Declan Rice feels like it's the right time for him to leave West Ham and join Arsenal or Chelsea. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. Fabrizio Romano dropping a very huge update today about Declan Rice feeling like it's the right time for him to leave and join a London club in the summer. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. Rokani David is my name. Fabrizio Romano has again given us an update on Bukayo Saka's contract, because very many of you have been asking me about the Bukayo Saka contract situation, as you guys are worried that is he going to put pen to paper or not. Relax and float. I'm here to bring you the latest news and information about Bukayo Saka. And lastly, Wayne Rooney has gone ahead and really spoken out about the game that Arsenal is going to be playing on the 19th of July in the summer, and that's going to be played in the DC United Stadium in Washington. So I think you guys are really having a wonderful morning. How was your night? And let's really rock and roll, or Rafi to rumble. Now, Declan Rice was one of those players that David Austin came out and broke a story that Arsenal have made him their summer transfer target. Ever since then, links have been shown to us, thrown out to media, that Declan Rice and Arsenal are really up to something. And today we've seen a photo of Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice while arriving at the camp, or the training camp of England, and obviously they really had a very fantastic time down there in England. So as it stands, Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice are really tight buddies. Is Bukayo Saka trying to act like an agent to really sign or convince Declan Rice to come to Arsenal? It's God who knows, and it's in between the two and the convincing that Bukayo Saka is doing. So Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and confirmed to us that Arsenal internally really appreciate the player and have discussed Rice as one of the players they like in that position. Same for Chelsea. At the moment, nothing has been discussed with West Ham, and a lot will depend on how much they will ask for. Now, David Moyes, I think around February, came out and told us that they are going to sell Declan Rice on an English record-breaking fee. Remember, the most expensive English player to have been bought is Jack Grealish. Man City signed him from Aston Villa to Etihad at £100 million. Now, they are anticipating to break the record that Declan Rice really values. But if you're really to value Declan Rice, £100 million, that is really bad. And I think it's really insanical to really hear that £100 million are in for Declan Rice. To me, I believe if at all Declan Rice is sold expensively, he shouldn't exceed £60 million, according to me. He's a £50 million player, but because of him holding an English passport, you know how English players are really sold expensively, and that might not work well for Arsenal, because however much they like the player and they admire him at Arsenal, they might find themselves really getting out. That's why Fabrizio Romano is hitting about the price tag that is going to be so much dependent or determinant onto who buys him. I believe if at all he's desperate to leave West Ham, Chelsea can pay £100 million for him, because Chelsea are really desperately looking in for a player like Declan Rice. But if you're Declan Rice, you made a statement that you want to play in the Champions League. Where do you want to go? Unless otherwise Chelsea win the Champions League, that's when they'll be able to be playing in the Champions League. But if at all they don't win it, they're going to be playing the UEFA Europa League. So Declan Rice, towards the World Cup, commented on how he wants to be playing for a Champions League club, and obviously Arsenal and Chelsea are in for him, and there is only one team that has assured Champions League football next season, that is Arsenal. So as it stands, Declan Rice's price is really going to be so much determinant onto where he's going after March. He wants to join either Arsenal or Chelsea, and I think he's going to join Arsenal unless otherwise Chelsea goes ahead to win the Champions League. And we know that he supports Chelsea, but this time around looks like Arsenal are really going to win the rest. Now, Fabrizio added and said the feeling around Declan Rice is very clear. Summer 2022 is going to be the opportunity for Rice to try something different. The feeling is it's time to go. It's time to try a different challenge altogether. And when you look at Declan Rice, there are very many chances of him even to go cheaper. Why? If West Ham don't make it to the Premier League next season, because they are still in the relegation zone, when you look at the Premier League table, let me have a look at it and see. When you look at the Premier League table, West Ham are placed 18th, and they are left with 12 games to play. They are having 24 points. If they can't survive and go to the relegation zone, I believe there is a buyout clause of Declan Rice that doesn't exceed 40 million pounds. So he'll go for like 40 or 50 million pounds. So I believe Arsenal fans outside there who really admire Declan Rice, you can now start off saying your prayers. Let West Ham get relegated, because when they get relegated, they'll find themselves in a position of not keeping Declan Rice, and they have to sell him as soon as possible. And when you look at the games, West Ham are really left with they have to play Southampton, that's a relegation battle game. They have to play Newcastle, they have to play Fulham, they have to play Arsenal, they have to play Bournemouth, they have to play Liverpool, they have to play Manchester United, they have to play Leeds, they have to play Leicester City, Brentford, so Crystal Palace. So they have Newcastle, they still have Manchester United, they still have Arsenal. Now, can they really survive? Because if they don't survive, that will be the best feeling for Declan Rice, because they will sell him at a cheaper price and Arsenal will get him immediately, because I know Declan Rice wants to go to Arsenal. Why? Arsenal has shown a very huge improvement this season. They are really in contention to win the league. Right now, they're 8 points ahead of City. So I think that is the move he would love to go on and really sanction. So that his team really goes ahead and really plays into the Champions League and wins the Premier League. So I think he would love to go and really play on for a team known as Arsenal. So as it stands, I believe that Declan Rice will find himself in a position of choosing Arsenal over Chelsea. So let's go to the Bukayo Saka contract situation as revealed to us by Fabrizio Romano. He has told us that an official statement depends on Arsenal media team, but the verbal agreement has been reached weeks ago. Saka has accepted. The new deal is ready, so it's up to the club to meet and sign the documents and then announce the deal. So Arsenal fans, relax and float. Your poster boy, known as Bukayo Saka, who has scored 12 goals and 10 assists in the Premier League this season, is here to stay. He also came out and confirmed that he's going nowhere. He feels like everything is okay with him at Arsenal and is doing everything to agree a deal with the team of Arsenal. Remember, if at all this season elapsed, he was going to be left with one season. I think he's going to put more 5 years. He's going to put pen to paper for more 5 years to stay at the Arsenal side. And it worked well for him, because he needs such a team like Arsenal, because it's built around him. He's like the poster boy, star boy onto that team, and everyone really looks at him and obviously knows what Bukayo Saka is all about. He's a player that you wouldn't like to miss out in your team, because he has gone ahead to put in consistency this season and is one of those players to watch out for that Arsenal side. And they've seen themselves score double-figure goals in the Premier League. Odegaard has 10. Martinelli has, is it 14? 12, 13, like that. Bukayo Saka has 12. So it shows you that the goals of Arsenal are evenly distributed, something that is helping them to not lack goals. Because when you look at City, almost 60% of the goals are scored by one player, that is Erling Haaland. Because City have scored 67 goals. But out of the 67 goals, Erling Haaland has scored, let me be exact here, Haaland in the Premier League has scored 30, how many goals? in the Premier League, he has 28 goals. So it shows you that he has gone ahead to score almost 50% of the goals that Man City has gone ahead to score. So that is not working well for them. And if I told you a manager, you'll be so much excited. But I've brought you a story that Haaland is injured. Now, how are they going to perfect? Because even if he returns back on time and plays against Liverpool, does it mean he's going to be keeping the fitness levels he was with before he got injured? That's the big question. It's hard for players to return on the same level they were at when they are injured. Sorry, when they are not injured. So I think it's really a story that we need to go on and really give green light to and see how it's going to develop. But I believe Saka is doing a very good job, and Arsenal's evenly goals and Arsenal's goals being even distributed is something that you need to come out and really embrace and give the best of the levels they deserve, and props. That's it. Now, let's go to the game that Arsenal is going to play against the All-Stars of. They are going to be playing the All-Stars of the MLS, and Wayne Rooney, who's going to be coaching the MLS All-Stars, has come out and really issued a statement on this game. He has told us that the opportunity to lead the best of our league has to offer against a top Premier League club like Arsenal will be a highlight for me personally and unforgettable experience for our passionate fan base here in Washington, D.C. Remember, he's a manager who manages DC United, and he's one of those United players I saw score lots of goals against Arsenal. He scored lots of goals against Arsenal, and I think he's one of those players that Arsenal fans were so much afraid of every time we played them during that time. But this time around, he's meeting Mikel Arteta, who was a player at Arsenal by the time Wayne Rooney was a player at Manchester United, and they faced themselves a lot, and I think those battles were won so much by Wayne Rooney. This time round, they are facing themselves as managers in the MLS All-Stars, and Arsenal will be in America on the 19th. Is it 16th or 19th? One of those, to face what we call ML Galaxy All-Stars, and it will be a very good game, and we'll be here letting you know whether Arsenal would have gotten Declan Rice to go ahead and really travel with the team to play for Arsenal in America or not. And that's what we had for you here onto the Rokani Media Football. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in on a daily, and hit the notification bell. So your thoughts onto Declan Rice thinking like it's the right time for him to join Arsenal or leave West Ham and join Arsenal or Chelsea are welcome in the comment section below. Then Bukayo Saka's new contract, it's incoming. Lastly, your thoughts on Wayne Rooney getting ready for the Arsenal side that is going to be playing in Washington, D.C. in the MLS All-Star game in America. Good morning, and may the Almighty enlighten your day. I sign out for now. See you in the next 3, 4, 5 hours. I'm out.